Today's July 6th. Today's quote is called accepted. It's similar to yesterday's quote, so we can elaborate on this concept. Bad situations frustrate us when we can't change them. It's easy to blame a situation, yet difficult to change enough to accept it. One of the reasons we blame a situation is because we believe the situation is the cause of the problem. And if we blame the situation, then guess what? We don't have to change because it's not our fault. It's the situation's fault. And if you actually break it down and analyze it, that's kind of a foolish argument. Because even, okay, let's say for the sake of argument, even if it is the situation's fault and you're affected by it, still, you've allowed yourself to be affected by it to one degree or another. And even if you say, well, I had no choice, it was just the way things were. But now you have a choice to how you're going to handle it, how you're going to deal with it. So I think that is a reality we always have to deal with, even for the sake of argument. There are situations which are toxic, they're beyond our control, and really testing and trying. But then, okay, say I can't change that, but at least now I have to be able to deal with how I'm going to respond to them. And that's really the test of our Krishna consciousness. And I think often that's an area we fail in dealing with those really difficult interactions with people or situations which are very aggravating. That kind of are breeding grounds for potentially a lot of negative reactions. And it's at those times we have to say, okay, this is where the rubber meets the road. Now I have to deal with this in a Krishna conscious way, and I can't just say as an excuse I can't be Krishna conscious because of the situation. Situation may be difficult, may be trying, but we should never think that there are valid reasons for throwing away my Krishna consciousness. Like sometimes they'll say, I can't be Krishna conscious in this situation, but it's not true. It's better to say it's difficult or it's challenging to be Krishna conscious in this situation, but to say I can't be, that's not true. I mean, would you, if Krishna said, why aren't you Krishna conscious? And you said, in this situation I can't be. Krishna would say, it seems like you can't be, but let's plan and let's think, how can you be? And when you start planning and thinking how you can be, you start to realize that there are many ways that you can be Krishna conscious that you haven't thought of. So that's important. Don't ever say I can't be. Always ask the question, how can I be? Okay, it seems like I can't be, but I have to ask how in this situation can I be Krishna conscious? It seems like I can't be. I don't know how to be. It seems like this situation is causing problems for me. How can I be? Show me. How can I be Krishna conscious in this situation? Except that in any situation it is possible, although difficult. Even like sometimes devotees say, when I'm in this situation, what should I do? And I say, run. Sometimes that's the solution. You just have to run away from it. How do I deal with this? Run as fast as you can. Otherwise Maya will grab you. Sometimes it's like that. But there's always some solution. At least maybe not a perfect solution, but some solution to remedy to some degree a toxic situation or an environment which is potentially going to drag you down. There's always some way to deal with it.